Chef deletes his wife, then cooked her for 4 days in a desperate bid to hide his crime. More after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to AFG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis on the most popular topics in the world today. In today's video, we have a chef who deleted his wife, if you know what I mean, then decides to cook her body. Yes, cook, okay, for 4 days in a desperate bid to hide his wife and his crime. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to AG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. Bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. All my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. David Viens, a chef, was convicted of the second-degree murder of his wife, Dawn, in 2013. But the full details of the crime emerged during a 2024 parole hearing. Viens confessed to killing Dawn during an argument, then boiling her body over 4 days and disposing of the remains in his restaurant's grease trap and elsewhere. He initially lied to authorities and attempted suicide after becoming a suspect, but eventually admitted to his actions during the parole hearing. Viens claimed his actions stemmed from a drunken rage and a cycle of domestic violence, expressing remorse but failing to secure parole. Dawn's family, present at the hearing, expressed their desires for Viens to remain incarcerated. Okay, that's the brief version of the story. It's a little lengthy. But let me give you a few more things on the suspect, which is David Viens. He was convicted and sentenced to 15 years to life, right? So now it was during his parole hearing, 12 years after he was jailed, that the restaurateur from South California finally revealed how he boiled his victim after her death and poured her liquified remains down in his grease trap. Okay. That was a few more tidbits that I wanted to give you. Let's dive in right here. Bottom line, my man is cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. I'm sorry. I thought I've heard it all. And every time I come back to report a story, I say, oh, I heard it all. This is nothing new. This is the same thing. No shock value, whatever. Bro, this is a shock value for me. This is a very much of a big shock value to me. Because I've never heard of a person kill someone and then boil their body down to liquid, okay, for 4 days and then pouring her down in a grease trap. That's crazy. Number one, you're a suspect. And on top of that, first of all, let me start from the top. Let me start from the top. My man killed his wife in a drunken rage, right? Cycle of domestic violence. We don't play domestic violence over here. I'll put a link in the description for anyone that's experiencing domestic violence. You can actually reach out to someone, to your local authorities or anyone that handles those types of crimes and cases or whatever. We'll put a link in the description with all the information that you may need. If it's anyone that you know, it can be anonymous, and you can report it, and hopefully they can, get the help that they need. But as for this story, this dude convicted of killing his wife and boiling her. We just recently heard of him boiling her and how everything happened. It was I guess associated to him that she died, she was killed or whatever. They looked at his background, his past, put one and one together, and then, hey, look, you go on the slammer until we figure this out. Finally, he came out and told the truth. Yeah, he's not getting back out of jail. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap for my man. But I just don't get it how people are so prominent. They have so many different things going for him. I mean, he may have had a successful, restaurant business, and then, because you're in a drunken rage and you acting all crazy, now you're in prison. You have no restaurant. You have no means to, get freed up and do what you need to do and however you need to do it. No more vacations, no more hanging out, on the coast and all that kind of stuff. Now it's 3 hots in the cot. You know what I'm saying? Why do people snap? That's a good question. That's a very good question. There's a lot of people out here that snap, they just go off, you know what I'm saying? The youth say crash out, you know what I'm saying? So, they crash out and they go do something crazy, and then all of a sudden they come back into it, snap back into a Slim Jim and be like, oh, I messed up. And it reminds me of that commercial, the Snickers commercial, you're not yourself when you're hungry. So my man was drinking, and alcohol can send you into a spiraling rage or whatever. Here's a little advice that I have for you. You know what I'm saying? If you have some sort of vice, whether you smoke weed, you drink liquor, whatever the case may be, whatever vice that you got, sex, I don't know, whatever the case may be. When you're drinking, it's wine and spirits. There's spirits inside that liquor. I don't care what nobody says, okay? If you know you drink and you can't control your liquor and you lose your mind and you start going wild and loco, don't drink the liquor. I'm sorry. Just don't drink it. Because you're wasting your life away by drinking the liquor and then not being able to control yourself, therefore putting yourself in harm's way and possibly have an opportunity to be taken off this earth or taken away from the, what's going on in everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Neither one is good because you're gone now. You out the picture. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't control it, I wouldn't recommend, you go out there and get to drinking and smoking and all that kind of stuff. See, for me, if I have a drink, or I'm one of the people that I can drink, but once I drink, I get sleepy. I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. I get something to drink, a couple drinks inside of me, man. Listen, I'm going right to bed. I ain't angry about nothing. You know what I mean? If you know you're already angry in life, right? You're upset about some things, you're going through it. Now you drinking, it's just gonna make it even worse because you have no self-control over yourself. You know what I'm saying? So why put yourself in that predicament? And then turn around and then kill somebody, and then you have that eureka moment where it's just like, I wonder if I just boil her for 4 days and pour it on a grease trap, they won't find out. No, bro, they gonna find out. Okay, I don't give a damn what you think of. Listen, people crazy. People real damn crazy. Okay, because this is some of the craziest stuff I ever heard. Okay, you kill your wife, then you boil her for 4 days, and then you pour it in a trap. Let's not escape the elephant in the room. This dude is running a restaurant, okay? Operating a restaurant, and he boiling his wife in those pots and pans. Come on, bro. So then somebody want to go get a plate, you know what I'm saying? They got people coming in for dinner and all that type of stuff. Now you're using the same utensils and same stuff. You know what I mean? You got, brain matter and all that kind of crazy stuff all in there, you know what I'm saying? Organs and, you know what I mean? Now you cooking my food in this stuff? And my hamburger and my steak and all that kind of stuff is close. I might have some matter on my stuff, some brain matter or some minerals, and nah, fam, nah. So just think. He had no regard for you. Yes, you. He had no regard for you at all. He didn't give a damn. I don't give a shit. I understand that you came to my restaurant and you ordered this and you ordered that, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What you don't know is what you don't need to know. And see, that's the bad part about it, man. It's just a lot of this stuff that be going around. People don't care about nobody these days. People don't care about nobody these days. I know I'm rambling. I'm all over the place with it, but I'm just getting thoughts in my head. And it's just like, damn, bro, you own a restaurant, you cook your wife, you put her in the oven, you know what I'm saying? You boiling her, you're doing all kinds of stuff, body parts and everything, and then you pour it in a grease trap. Who's supposed to clean that grease trap? Are you cleaning that grease trap? Do you have workers in there to clean the grease trap? Like, what's going on? How do you clean a grease trap? I mean, you know, I don't know anything about that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. And then at the end of the day, when you do all that, it's not going to smell. It's not going to stink. Like, I don't know. I just got questions. I just got a whole lot of questions about that situation. But, you know, hopefully we get the answer to it. You know what I mean? I'll dig a little deeper and see if I can find something. But in the meantime, between time, I just want to let you know that it's somebody out there that killed their wife, okay, and boiled her body parts, okay, down to liquid, okay, and then poured her in a grease trap. That's what I wanted you to know. I wanted you to hear that today, so that way you can be like, damn, that's some crazy stuff. I'll put the link in the description so you can read the whole story. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think Jeffrey Dahmer thinking something like that. I'm going to be all the way honest with you, dog. I'm going to be all the way honest with you. That's some crazy stuff. But it is what it is, America. This is what we get. This is what happens. So, but with that being said, if you like what you heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well. There'll be more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over. Similar to yourself. All my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. All my new subscribers, welcome. Welcome to AG's Point of View. Do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. There'll be more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over. Similar to yourself. All my future subscribers, they don't know they coming, but they coming, okay? So the only way they're going to come is if you stop right now, hit that like button, okay? And let's run the numbers up and we get more people in, okay? More like-minded people like yourself, like myself, so that way we can figure out some of these crimes, hear some of these crimes, know that a lot of these crimes, there's nothing on this earth that you could think of that's crazy or wild or whatever the case may be, that somebody ain't already thought of, they ain't already do, they ain't already attempt. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so there's that. So, you know, don't go out here and committing some of these crimes. It's not even worth it. It really ain't. Your freedom is way more important than, you know, getting mad at somebody and then snapping off and then dealing with some crazy stuff like that. So it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? But come visit me on my socials. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, Facebook. And also come visit the merch store. You know, grab yourself a shirt, t-shirt, sweatshirt, hoodie. It's still springtime, but it's at this present moment raining and cold, so still got the hoodie on, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Put a shirt on. T-shirt. You know, I'm guilty of not wearing my own stuff. It's a reason for that. All right? It's not a bad reason. It's an understandable reason. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'll let you know. I'll get my shirt so that way you guys see how it's going to look, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? But thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for showing up for me, as usual. And I love every single one of y'all. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
To the scene, oh, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting, they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the cell and it's man down. Life getting gone in a flash now. Fitting in, I'ma stand out.
I done seen these crash out. They some baby boys. I'm the man now. They was questioning, make them fans now. I'm the best in my league and that's hands down.